It's gonna be the coolest collaboration of all time. Russell Moccasins, who've been around since the 1800s, Naked and Famous, like the name in the industry for like the coolest denim, the most game-changing denim. You know, it's like two of the top names in the industry, and Rose Anvil combining to make like the collaboration of the century. That's a heck of a collaboration.
The rare double person unboxing.
Yes.
We got one box. We got two boxes. We just started now. We got 3 boxes.
And one more.
Anyways. Oh, and the motorcycle. Sick. All right, we're moving those. Okay, we have a cool unboxing today. It's something we don't usually do, and we have Skylar here because he is the enthusiast of what we're unboxing.
Bike stuff.
Bike stuff. Skylar, what do you do here?
So I'm on the marketing team here at Rose Anvil, so I do a lot of the photography stuff and just other general, like a lot of the collab related things I'm working on. But my passion in life is bicycles, so any opportunity I can weave bikes into the mix here, I'm all for it. So Sam brought me on to do some stuff with these 510 shoes.
510 shoes?
Yeah.
Should we just unbox them and we can show them? You can go first, because
Okay.
it's technically open.
So I got the Sleuth DLX2 shoe. I have been wearing these. I'm super psyched with them so far.
So, what are they?
These are, so 510, they do climbing related shoes and bike related stuff. They got acquired by Adidas, but it's basically just a bicycle specific kind of casual shoe. So oftentimes in cycling, when the shoes, like you see them with the clips, and this is like a flat style. So anytime that it's like a shoe for biking that is just like a normal shoe, sometimes you refer to them as flats. As I understand it, but because sometimes shoes will have the flats or the plate with the screws, so you could have the clip-in version or the flats.
I'll unbox these ones real fast. I don't know what knife this is. It's a NAF's knife. That's all I know.
Nice.
Oh boy. And mine aren't technically in a box because I've been wearing them. They're both worn, but I wanted to unbox them anyway, so F it. And I got, these are the 510, I don't even know what they're called. Should we look them up really quick?
Yeah.
So I'm intrigued by bike shoes because they have a couple of very specific things about them that make them good for biking, and I ride my bike a ton, not as much as Skylar.
You're honestly probably riding your bike more right now.
Well, maybe. You
than
just had a
me.
baby.
I just had a
So it
baby,
doesn't
so.
But I ride my bike probably every single day, and I've never had a dedicated bike shoe, and I've never worn clip-ins ever. So I was really interested by these because they're supposed to have a couple cool things in them that I don't really know what they are. I'm gonna look it up on the website. Yeah, because 510, when I was growing up, 510 was just like climbing shoes.
Yeah, and approach shoes.
And like approach shoes,
Yeah.
and that's how I knew them from high school. And then I realized they got acquired by Adidas, which I did not know, and their website's pretty much just gone. It's just like Adidas website now. And everyone says these are super sick. I think mine are technically for mountain biking.
Yeah.
Technically, but like, because they have the BOA, you don't want any laces, I assume, is why they have the BOA.
Yeah.
I'll look them up.
I think the BOA is just nice because then you can like fine tune the fit while you're riding too. Sometimes I do that like while I'm riding. I don't have BOA clip-ins, but I have one where it just has like a Velcro strap, and then you don't have to like get off and lace up your shoes. You could be like lean down and.
Have you ever gotten your laces caught in your bike and then
all
crashed?
the time. Not like recently because I'm good at tying my shoes, but when I was a kid,
Sick.
that would happen all the time.
Okay, I have, these are the 510 Freerider Pro 10,000 pop-ups. These are the 510 Freerider Pro mountain bike shoes. They're $170. There's not much about the positioning, honestly. It says flat pedal mountain bike shoes with BOA, made in part with a blend of recycled and renewable materials.
I'm interested to know if this is the same upper leather material.
Between both of them,
Do you
the
think it's
cardboard.
the exact same?
I think so. So it says, it doesn't say anything that makes them special, except that they're recycled. Let me look at more at the description. It has stealth rubber and a quick drying upper and a balanced flex. A reinforced toe adds impact resistance, and the cushioned midsole keeps you focused on fun on and off the bike. I don't know. So it doesn't really say how it's positioned to be a bike shoe. I thought they were way stiffer from like the abrasion stuff, but
I definitely felt like
we'll
these
see.
were stiffer than like the average tennis
average
shoe.
shoe.
Yeah.
What shoes are those? Let's look them up.
These are the Sleuth DLX.
Sleuth DLX. It's Sleuth DLX 2. So these ones are $135. There's not much about it. It says shoes with stealth phantom rubber outsole for reliable grip. So it says the Sleuth DLX 2 shoes are engineered by Adidas for cyclists who want a balance of bike-ready performance and everyday comfort from their cycling shoes. A tough leather upper delivers hard-wearing comfort, while reinforced abrasion-resistant details provide extra strength if you decide you're... I can't read. If you should decide... Oh my god. Should you decide to take your commute off-road, the Stealth Phantom rubber outsole provides reliable grip for on-off bike use, finished with Adidas branding for an authentic energy that takes you from street to saddle with confidence. So it doesn't really tell you why it's a bike shoe, other than it's rubber, and it can be a bike shoe or a regular shoe.
I think because the main thing, and why I've always worn like skate shoes, riding bikes like Vans, is the outsole.
Just 'cause it's
the
flat.
interface, yeah. And so then I kind of wonder if that's like the main thing they're talking about, or maybe like this adding some abrasion resistance because you have this extra panel that would rub the crank. Also, the first thing I noticed about these, the first thing I noticed is it basically is like the Adidas Samba.
Yeah, you got the T-toe.
Yeah.
It pretty much is just a Samba, except it's wider.
But the Samba doesn't have this kind of thing. Right?
I don't know about this leather does not look very good, if we're being completely honest. Yeah. This leather looks better than this leather.
I think the shoe would look sweet if it was just suede.
Suede? That's what I'm saying. I was like,
yeah. And the first thing I noticed with these is the tongue just squeaks like crazy when I walk. Somewhere up in here.
Is that what squeaks when you walk?
I'm pretty sure it's like the tongue and then the inner portion where like the eyelets are. It just creates this gnarly squeak. It's starting to wear out, I think, as it just keeps getting dirty.
Yeah, well, a lot of time leather on leather
really
will squeak
loud.
a bunch too. That's why, like, in the super fancy, like, Nicks and Whites boots, there's like a squeak pad in between the leather layers of like the midsole and insole. Interesting. So I got these shoes because I want to do more bike-specific stuff because I bike a ton, Skylar bikes a ton, and I think it'd be fun to do like a whole bike shoe series, especially because like there's a lot of claims on these that I don't know. Like the leather doesn't seem that great, and like how abrasion-resistant this stuff is. We'll see. I guess that's the whole reason I bought them.
Yeah.
Because bike people are crazy.
Yeah, and this could be a cool jumping off point because sometimes shoes like this cost a ton once you add that clip-in component, and it's like I don't really know what you're getting other than it's like it's in the cycling industry, so they just charge more
Get the clip
for shoes that are not as well built as other shoes.
Yeah,
I don't know.
no, there's a whole lot of stuff. Bike shoes are expensive. They're like $550. So these are on the cheaper end. I don't know, this is just a good jumping off point, like you said. So comment your favorite bike shoes, and maybe we'll cut them in half and find out that they're all a scam. Or we'll figure out the perfect positioning to make a better bike shoe. Because I already have some ideas. These are already worn, because we've already worn them a little bit, but I want to do unboxing anyway. Because we got sent two bikes to do this for. I reached out to a bunch of companies, and I was like, yo, we're doing a bike shoe thing. Do you want to send a bike so we can use it? And they said yes. So I'm super hyped. So the company that sent us bikes is Poseidon Bikes, which I wasn't super familiar with. I had looked into them a little bit because I had a Super 6 Specialized Allé that I worked in the Specialized warehouse for a while, and I got it for $100.
Yeah.
And I was stoked, and then it got stolen. Yeah. So I was looking for a cheap replacement, and Poseidon cropped up, but I had never heard of them. And that's about all I know about Poseidon.
Yeah, pretty much all I knew. I've seen a lot of people around Salt Lake cruising on them. So I knew it was like a cool kind of like gravel all-terrain bike. Like they have a couple different models, but primarily the ones I've seen are like sort of all-road. Like people set them up to just cruise around town or trails. So, but what seems cool about them is it's like a good bang for your buck type bike company, and I feel like that's needed in the space right now because
bikes are expensive.
Some people are down to drop like $8,000 on a bike, but if you don't really know what you're getting with that, then it just seems like a crazy waste of money. Whereas for what these are priced at, it's like an awesome bike for the cost. I don't know.
Yeah, because it's DTC, so you're cutting out the middleman of the bike shop, I guess, so you can get a better bang for your buck. But I don't really know. They have really good reviews, is what I've read online.
Yeah.
And like everyone that has a video on it on YouTube, that's like, this is my thing, and it's super price point, and it's actually really good, so you get a big value. So should we just unbox them and then figure out from there? You can go first.
Grab mine.
This is the most fun unboxing ever. This is the biggest box we're ever gonna unbox. You want a knife?
I think this part should just pop off.
Oh, there we go. We don't even need a knife. Sorry, NAFs. No free promo. What should we start with? I'm following Skylar's lead because he's the bike guy.
Okay, we'll just
I don't know anything.
pull these wheels out. Just put those on this side.
Your fancy wheel. Yes, wheels. Very cool.
Okay, so these are supposed to be tubeless compatible, which is a cool thing for a budget bike brand. I don't know, is it fair to say budget, or is that...
I think it's fairly price point. I don't know.
Yeah.
Skylar,
Tubeless,
explain what tubeless is.
So, tubeless compatible is where you don't have a tube. It's just like a liquid sealant inside the tire, which is probably outside of the scope of explaining it for this video. But it's awesome, and most rims on lower to mid-level bikes don't necessarily have the compatibility to do that. So these have tubes in them now, but you could swap them out, which we should totally do.
I'm down.
And it's not that hard. Okay. Now if we team lift this out, it should all be connected. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's pretty manageable.
And Skylar's color, the one that he got, is super cool. I don't know if it's on the green screen, if it's going to show, but I guess we'll get some B-roll of it. Maybe we'll do a time lapse of us building these to show you how long it actually takes to build, because it's supposed to be pretty simple. And I'm a big dumb idiot when it comes to building stuff, and Skylar's a bike building certified pro.
Certified at home.
Certified at home. Something. But I'm a big idiot, and I'm not very handy, so it might be interesting to be like, time yours versus mine.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good idea.
That'd be kind of a fun video. Or at least a short form or something. Anyways, shout out to Poseidon for sending us the bikes to test all of these things on. I've tried to build a bike before, and I'm an idiot, and I could not figure out how to get the derailleur on, but like this one already has the derailleur on. Everything's already connected. It should be super easy.
Yeah, I'd say...
Because what do you need to do? You need to put on the pedals, not the pedals. Well,
you
you do
put
need to put on the pedals.
The wheels, the pedals, you gotta run the chain through. The chain's already on, but you just have to put on... I'm gonna say it's gonna be like an hour job.
So like...
To budget like...
A 5 out of 10?
Yeah, I'd say 5 out of 10.
Okay.
We'll see.
We'll see. We'll time it, I guess. Maybe I should put mine together tonight.
I think I could do mine a lot faster than an hour, but if...
A dumb idiot like me, we'll see.
You don't want to rush it. You want to like make sure everything's good and tight and not just rush it and then ride off and break something because you didn't tighten it. So.
But like, it looks like all the hardest parts, like putting the brakes on and like the derailleur and stuff is already done for you. So this is the part that I would mess up for sure.
Yeah, that's tricky.
So does it have disc brakes?
Yeah, mechanical disc brakes.
All right, well, we have one more to unbox, I guess. We'll come back to it. Okay, A, comment all of your bike shoes you want to see. And B,
watch this video so it does well so we can do more bike stuff, please.
Yeah, more bike stuff, more better. But yeah, let us know what you want to know about all the bike shoes too, because like Skylar got like, they're definitely the more casual of the pairs. Like you can use them as shoes, and these ones are definitely like, this feels like I wouldn't wear these out and about after town.
Yeah.
We're back, we've ridden the bikes a whole bunch so we can give some honest opinions of them. I've probably ridden my bike about probably almost 250 to 300 miles.
Yeah, that's solid.
I've been doing like 40 milers at least every Friday, and then I ride like 10 miles at least every other day.
That's solid.
Minimum.
Yeah.
So,
we did 12 and a half.
It's 12 and a half
yesterday.
That sounds about right. So what do you think of your bike?
Okay, so the first pro is the color is sick. I really like the green. Yeah, Cascade green. I'm a big fan of the tires for sure. What do they have? What are they again?
So you like the tires, which are Continental Terra
tires? I
I
just don't think I've ever had this kind of a bike out of the box that didn't just have kind of like bare minimum tires on it. So I don't know. I think they're pretty solid. They're skinnier than I would probably run. They don't even feel, they feel skinnier than 40s, but I just like fat tires. So I feel like if you could fit, I think you can fit 45s. This was crazy. I didn't know that you could have a mechanical brake that pushes the pads at the same time.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah, like there's like that lever arm, and this isn't, I guess, specific to Poseidon, but just the bikes, the brakes they spec'd it with. At least some mechanical brakes, it's like the cable pushes one pad and then it like kind of hits the rotor, and then the other pad has to be close enough so that it like makes good contact.
Brakes are solid.
Brakes are solid. I think the fit's pretty good for me.
Because what size did you get again?
I think I got a 51.
You got a 51. You're
Maybe.
5'9".
I'm 5'9". My other gravel bike is a 54, but I think it's a little big, so that's why I wanted the 51. Because I think, do they do a 51 and then probably like a 53?
We have a 49, 51, 53, 55, and 58.
Yeah, that's interesting that they call the 53 a large, because some brands would call like a 53 a medium, and it's all just kind of relative. But I think the fit's pretty good.
Yeah, the fit is good. The fit's good for me because I got the 58, the XXL, and it fits really good for me. I like the fit. I really liked pretty much everything about this bike. The only thing I can really compare it to, because I've had nicer bikes that ride worse.
Yeah.
I'm comparing it to a Surly I bought, and this thing is much better than that, which I thought was a surprise.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah.
Sorry, Surly.
Speaking of ride quality, so like the way that the fork is just, there's more fork offset so that the front wheel is like out in front of you a little bit more than other bikes I've ridden in this same category. So yeah, like you can kind of see on the, right there, how it's like the angle of the fork leaving the frame, then you end up with the wheel out in front of you more. And so that's gonna give you like a more stable feel. Whereas like maybe a more traditional road bike or a bike where the tire's farther back, it just gives you like a more planted feel. So I don't know.
I agree. It does feel very like stable, very solid.
Yeah.
I think, everything about it's been good. Like I would be super happy if I bought this bike for its price point, because I like.
Yeah.
It does feel very smooth because you got like the carbon fork adds some
vibration dampening.
Vibration dampening. You just feel solid when you're on it. Maybe it is that fork thing you're talking about. It just feels good.
Yeah, and then you put like a water bottle cage on yours. I put like a little bag on the front, like on the handlebars, but I haven't put anything on any of the mounting points. But it's cool that they have like 2 bottle mounts on the down tube. You could I don't know if you'd necessarily want to, I guess you totally could have 2 bottles there, but it'd be sweet you could have, if you're building this out to haul stuff, like when you mount your lock on the frame. I don't know, it's just cool to have more mounting points.
I agree. It does have tons of mounting points, which is nice, because I've had bikes that have none.
Yeah, and that kind of
stinks.
Yeah.
I will say, I've liked this bike a ton. It's I don't know, I just bought a brand new bike a couple months ago, and I've been going through bikes on the KSL classifieds.
Yeah.
And I would be super happy with this bike. It's just as good as every bike I've had. The one thing I did switch out, I switched out the pedals, because I'm particular about my pedals. And I think you can probably switch out the seat. It's a pretty common thing of the stock seats that pretty much any bike comes with.
Yeah, exactly.
Are going to be kind of rough, but your butt kind of gets used to it after you ride it for a while anyway. So that's just kind of a subjective con. If you have the means to do a new seat, you probably could, but you could just roll with this one too.
I also think if you really want to make your bike yours, you should. Pedals aren't necessarily there, but I definitely think the saddle and all the touch points of the bike is really personal preference at the end of the day anyways. If I was going to get this bike, and then I'd probably replace the saddle, the pedals, and then the grip tape, just to give it my own flair.
Your own personal thing. And it's it's the subjective stuff. If this was your first bike ever, I think you'd be super stoked on it. It's not my first bike ever, and I was I'm pretty surprised at how good it is, honestly. Solid bike, solid price. Because it's $999, which is entry level for sure at bikes. My friend was showing me some bikes, and he was like, "This is so cool, I'm gonna get this one." I was like, "Oh no way, it's $8,000." So I'm like, "Oh well."
Yeah.
Bike or a car, I don't know. So if you're especially if you're just getting into bikes, I feel like this is a super good deal. I just feel like it's glowingly positive. Do you have any other cons? The derailleur kind of shook a little bit?
I've had other micro shift derailleurs, and I like them because it's definitely they are more affordable. Their lines are typically cheaper than the other brands. Yeah, last night I had this issue where it wasn't shifting. I just think it's just because it was new.
Yeah,
and maybe there was
jitters
some,
a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's something to do with the cable wasn't running through the housing super well, but it kind of sorted itself out, so I don't really think it's a real issue.
There's part of a new bike thing too, where after you've ridden it for a little bit, you gotta tweak everything again because it breaks in, just like everything, just like a shoe, right?
Yeah,
we'll tie it all together.
Yeah.
Check out all the cool B-roll that's going in the background. Foot cam.
But yeah, that would be sick.
Sam's looks like poopy pants cam. I'll put that in there.
Rode through a big puddle.
No, I pooped actually. Shoes holding up good. We can't show you that until we cut them in half. I don't know. How else do you wrap it up?
How do you end them?
I just trail off into.
Okay.
Check out Poseidon Bikes. Look forward to the 510 bike shoe review. And all right, that's for me.
Sweet. See ya.
And you probably.
Yeah. See ya.
Sick. End.